Welcome to Atlanta. If I were to describe our collections for this year, I'm going to say inspired, optimistic, and passionate. We are here at Melrose's showroom on the 17th floor. We are in America's Mart, building number 1 on the holiday floor. If you have never seen Melrose before, please come on up and plan to see us this week. Our doors will be open and we have some incredible collections to share with you. I was in yesterday. I got to go from one collection to the next collection and take little looks at it and kind of get to know the ornaments and the stems and the new products that are coming in. And two things really struck me to describe to you for the 2023 season. The first one is color, and Ken talks about this quite a bit in his intro video, how strong and vibrant the colors are, how passionate they are within each of the collections. And I'm going to show you 3 of those collections today with really strong color that you can work with. The second thing is something that I noticed yesterday and I've talked to the buyers about before coming into market, and that is the detailing and the upgrades to the quality. You know, here at Melrose, we have lots of layers of different products. We have our luxury products, we have our moderate range products, and we have our economy products for retailers. But what they did this year for 2023 is they have increase the value in each of those categories all across the board. And I'm going to point out some of those details to you this morning because they're really quite incredible. Your Melrose sales rep will be able to do that with you if you set an appointment with them and you go from collection to collection. Right now, I'm standing in amethyst, and really, I did not plan this. I knew that we were going to have a beautiful amethyst collection with a lot of beautiful purples and plums and raspberries. But, you know, I kind of coordinate with the tree this morning. Michael was here yesterday, Michael Gingrich. He said to me, "What is your favorite collection this year, Leanne?" And I said, well, I really like Williamsburg and I really like amethyst. So we're going to start here today. First thing you're going to see is that color that Ken was talking about, because what a beautiful mix of colors we have here on this tree. And as we start kind of close to the top, we start to see that detailing that I was talking about right away too. Like, look at this ornament here with all of this beading on the top. We've got those little pearl beads, we've got little rhinestones, and we have, of course, this little hanging piece here. Kind of looks a little bit like a bell. It reminds me of that. But let's look at this beautiful lilac one right here next to it. It's kind of a silver, it's kind of a gray. It's got a little bit of a tone of a lilac in there. And that's what I'm talking about the detailing of the ornaments this year. There's a mix of color there. That's not just a flat color. It's got a nice finish on that ornament and a nice sheen. And that's something you're going to be able to pick up on here in the showroom. Another set of ornaments here on this tree I want to show you. This is new for us this year. These are bundled ornaments. Now, we've had bundles like these dried roses right here. That was from last season. Those are very popular for retailers because of the perceived value. So you're able to go to your customer and say, look, here's a bundle of roses, dried roses. We can split these up. We can put these in different vases. We can cluster them together. There's a value to this, and that helps you with selling in your store. So we decided to do the same thing with these bundles of ornaments. Now, you see that when they're kind of spread out. We've got kind of a top to bottom. There's 6 on each bundle. And then here we have them kind of clustered together. So these are used to fill spaces, put them in lanterns, put them in trays, or use them on your designer tree as you see fit. The other thing I want to talk about is the detailing, not just on the ornaments this year. And, you know, before we move on, this is a key ornament for amethyst. Isn't that beautiful? That's got that raspberry coloring. It's textured. It's got a little bit of glitter. But that ornament is going to be trending, and it is already selling very well out of Dallas because of its frosting. And so frosting is a big part of the finishes that we're seeing for 2023. That frosting has that new little look to it that's not quite iced, it's not quite glittery, but it's nice and frosted. The other thing, the color. I love this ribbon right here. This is probably, you know, I'm probably going to change when I do my ribbon video, but this might be my favorite ribbon because I love the depth of color that you see on the back side of this ribbon. It's wired, it is a printed ribbon, it is a glittered ribbon on the top, but it's also got an iridescent on the top and a solid down on the inside of this. So this ribbon offers us a lot of color and a lot of detail for something as simple as a ribbon. We also have things that are just supple luxury ribbons here. The luxury ribbon is in the background on this bow. I think the designers did a really good job of utilizing their funds well to create this. We have a nice luxury ribbon here and a moderate ribbon here on the top, but again, both with beautiful, beautiful detailing. let's move on to another tree that we have for this season. It happens to be Christmastide. And Christmastide gets its inspiration from the seaside. Just imagine for a moment a seaside cottage. What are the colors that you're going to see? You're going to see some subtle blues and greens, kind of like you get from sea glass, from the shells. You're going to see the water on the horizon. You're going to see that nice, light, very light golden sand. We all like a clean beach, right? And so when we're thinking about that color, that's what we're going to see here in our designer tree. A very light, crisp, golden color. It's not overwhelming. It's not quite champagne gold, but it's got a little bit of the warm amber to it. And that's what makes Christmastide very special, that connection to the seaside and its inspiration from there. The second thing that I think is really important on this tree to share with you is the shape of the ornaments. Have you noticed that every single one of these glass ornaments has a very unique shape, very unique texture and design in it? Beautiful little ornaments. We have some drops here that have beading all around them, but they also have some shaping and an ombre color from the top all the way down to the bottom. The detailing of the ornaments in Christmastide is not something that you want to miss. I want to show you, of course, our angel here. She's bringing in that nice blue color. The ribbons do as well. But again, I like how on this tree, the designers did something a little different. And Erin's going to show you this. They have tightened up all of the ornaments tight to the tree. And I'm going to show you the difference in the next tree that I show you because we're going for two totally different looks. This tree is very shaped. We don't see a lot of the ornaments hanging off in different areas on the tree. It's coming together with that nice triangular look to that. As we move through the collections, we're going to slide over to a collection that is called Noel. And the difference with Noel is we don't have a huge push and pop of color. We don't have that plum color that we have over in Amethyst, nor that aquamarine that we had in Christmastide. But here, we still have a plethora of golds. And so many different golds are coming together on this tree. Now, different from Christmastide, where we saw that tight formed triangle for our designer tree. This designer has hung with fishing line all of the ornaments off of this tree. Now, this does something different for us as a retailer and as someone that is viewing this tree. I'm going to do something you should never, ever do at Melrose, and don't tell them that I told you that you can do this when you come through here. I don't think they'll be mad. But you can shake the tree a little bit, and all of a sudden, these ornaments all come alive because of the way that we have placed them on the end. This is a dangling tree. So the dangles here with our stems are beautiful. Our seed pods are just encrusted. We have, again, lots and lots of detail. Beads added to the ends of the stems. They're just beading here. If you run your finger over this, you can feel all the little beads here. And both sides. So again, we're talking about the quality increase in the detailing that has taken place this year. These are beautiful. These glass drops like this are just absolutely gorgeous. These remind me of bells, but they're so elegant and pretty because they're so long. We have a little bit of a gold in here, but we also have a little bit of that butterscotch color that's really coming through and warming everything up here. Our Fia Flame lanterns are included in this tree. I had a mishap on my Christmas tree this year. I had some lights go out in some key places. And what I did is I just ran to Melrose real quick and got some laser cut candle holders just like this, popped the Fia Flame with the orange in because I'm wanting a warm color here, and then just put those in places where you needed light. So I think they did a really good job with that here on this tree too. The other thing I want to show you is the key to Noel is our, and I call them the secret angels because we have one tucked in here underneath these branches. She's holding her little birdie. There are two angels. They each have gold on them. They have gold on the rosettes of their white skirts, but also they're kind of secret angels. They're looking at each other. The very soft bit of gold that's there. Very elegant ladies. These are already selling very, very well coming out of Dallas. I expect these by the end of this weekend in Atlanta to be in our top 100 list. So we have a lot of beautiful things here. This is one that is doing incredibly well, and I'm going to just pull on the string so you can see it nice and close and tight. But this actually comes in a couple of different colors throughout our showroom. But see how it just turns? What a beautiful ornament. This is a gorgeous drop here that we have, a little icicle ornament that we have for you. If you've never been to Melrose before, we are on the 17th floor in Holiday. We are the leader in holiday home decor you need to come partner with us. We've been a business partner for many of you since 1985. We know you're the first on our stops. Our doors are going to be open. You are welcome to come on in. If you have a Melrose sales rep and you haven't set your appointment yet, you want to make sure to reach out to them because they still have appointments available for you later in the week. Give them a text, give them an email. Our marketing manager was able to tell me just this morning that our virtual showroom is ready beforehand, a little earlier than we've ever had in the past. It is going to be live for you to shop starting tomorrow on Monday. So make sure you log into your Melrose account, take a look at the collections, do a little bit of shopping, and walk the virtual showroom here in Atlanta. Again, I'm Leanne Moyers. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope to see you on the 17th floor.